This is the best way to bleed your brakes, and you need to use a hose. You got this from hardware store. Make sure you find one that sits really tight here, is not loose on the screw, otherwise it's going to break loose and you are going to spill the thing. And when you release the bleeder first, use a ratchet. The ratchet is the best thing because these things can be stuck in there. It's a bad idea to use these wrenches on 12 points, is going to slip over the bleeder. Maybe use them on this side and just break it loose and turn maybe half or one turn. That should be perfectly enough. When you break it loose and want to turn it and it feels it's hard to turn, just wiggle like this, put the small cap so it doesn't leak, and just do like this with the key for a while, and this will clear the thread. It has to be really easy to turn, like very easily. Make sure you slide this hose, and when you turn this thing, keep the hose with one hand so it's slipping here so it doesn't pop up. Then remove the cap over your fluid, brake fluid reservoir, keep it out, and then go inside the car and pump the brakes. And you are going to pump the pedal not much more than 2 or 3 inches trouble, because since this thing is open, it can go all the way to the floor and then you may damage the master cylinder. So make sure you place like a piece of wood under the pedal, limit the brake pedal trouble to 2 or 3 inches, and then start pressing on the pedal. Obviously the hose, you may root the hose into a small something, like could be anything, a bottle or anything, but when you pump the brakes, pump them 5 times and go look at the reservoir level, because it's going to drop very fast on some cars. You really don't want to drop the level and to suck air into the reservoir. That's a problem. So every 5, 6, 7 pumps, go outside and check the level, and you may pump as many times as you see bubbles or dirty fluid. Give you another trick: if you want to replace and the fluid is really old, make this installation and then just grab a C-clamp and push the caliper piston all the way in, and this way you are going to empty very fast what's inside the piston, and you are going to see the bad fluid coming out, and then you can keep pushing on the brake pedal. And what I really like to do with this, I got this rust check. There are other products like this, so it's like an oil, and I really like to spray over the bleeder threads and even over the bleeder hex faces. Cover it with this coat so it doesn't rust in there, and the next time it's going to be much easier to remove. If it's stuck, if you find one it's stuck, especially the rear welds are stuck, and sometimes they are also thinner. The bleeder, it's smaller in size than the front ones. Don't force, because if you are going to force, you are going to snap it. You are going to need to replace the caliper. It's another job. You need to disconnect the hoses and so on. So don't force, rather leave it there. Unless you have a bad caliper, just replace the caliper altogether. Give you an idea why I'm saying don't over tighten this thing. The way it goes is that when you arrive at the end, this small opening is going to be already covered. The passage is already covered inside the caliper, so you shouldn't be worried. The only thing you want it to be is just sit stuck a little bit in there.